guys, welcome back to Akah and Claire. Today we're going to be talking about
crazy things about interracial marriages.
Okay, so if you don't know, I'm a Yoruba babe and this guy is
A Wakandan.
from planet Mars.
Igbo.
He's an Igbo boy. I don't think it was ever a thought when we were dating, like, about our tribes. Like, I wasn't thinking about your tribe.
Of course, we didn't think about it, but a lot of people thought it for us.
Yeah, so many people, especially our parents.
Your parents.
Your parents didn't know anything about me up until later on.
Until when we were about to marry.
So, yeah, that's about it. So
no, they knew something about you. Don't say that. They knew I was dating a girl.
I think.
But my daddy was like, if you're not brought her to the house, then you're not ready.
Yeah, and then when I went there, they gave me an Igbo name.
It was not my house they gave you, it was my auntie.
It was your house. It was your house.
And they gave you...
Even at your aunties, they gave me...
Okay, which name did they give you at my house?
Your grandma gave me a name, I don't remember.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So everybody on both sides had it in mind about the tribe, you know.
Yeah. My grandma asked where you were from right after like the second minute of telling her I was getting married to the love of my life. But she can't speak English, but she was like, you know, as I don't know. God, I can't speak English.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he's horrible with Igbo. I told her I was from Oshun, and then she thought, I think there's something in the Igbo side that is about a word similar to Oshun, like Osun or something. I don't know. And then she panicked.
Osu, she thought you said Osu.
Yeah, and then she panicked and she was like, Osu. I was like, no, Osun State.
I don't think she knows where you're from. But she knows that you're Yoruba.
Yeah.
But I don't think she like understands where states are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe to Akah and Claire. And write a comment if you like this video, anything that resonates with you.
And I think it's very important that you guys do not be stingy with our videos. Please share our videos with your friends and your family and even your enemies.
And thumbs up.
All right, let's go straight into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So first things first. 5 crazy things about being in an inter-tribal marriage.
Yeah.
Number 1 is that I'm not able to speak in codes with my wife. Like,
you can't even speak Igbo, so which code do you want to code with me?
Hey!
You can't speak Igbo, he can't speak Yoruba. At least I can speak Yoruba.
You can't speak Yoruba sounds like
it sounds
French
funny. No, it sounds funny, but I try.
You try, you speak small. It's like,
babe, remove the log in your eye before you try to remove a speck in mine. He can't speak Jack. Igbo.
I can speak.
You can speak
small,
like,
but I understand very well. But imagine if we were able to like speak Yoruba or speak Igbo.
It's so cool. I think it would be very bad because we would tend to gossip a lot when we're like in public spaces. Like I'll literally see someone maybe in church or like at the airport or somewhere. I'll just be like, what you really? I'll just be like, look at this one's hair.
Oh, the person beside us might be
Yoruba,
so they will hear us now.
No, I mean like you use style now. You use style. I think sometimes, like myself and my sister used to do that a lot, especially when we travel. So in the airplane, at the airport, the person that is interviewing us will be like, Obulele, we'll just be like, look at this dirty boy.
What if you were, I could speak Yoruba even though I'm Igbo, and then like maybe a family gathering at the Igbo side, me and you just be speaking Yoruba.
I don't understand.
Like me and you be speaking Yoruba at like, let me say my parents' house or something where everybody's around.
And you don't understand Igbo.
No, I understand Igbo, but I also understand Yoruba.
It'll be cool.
It'll be so cool. That's what I'm saying.
They'll think you're like, they'll think you're a traitor.
They'll just be like, I'll just be like, baby, Niro Bobo eti bolongbo. Oni baje, oni.
What do you know what you just said?
Oni baje, it will not spoil.
No, it's the person that is spoiled. Koni baje.
Koni baje.
And then you say Oni baje is like a spoiled person. Or something like that. Yeah.
Niru bobo ileri koda rara.
Please stop. Please stop.
Okay.
So that's one.
Yeah, for you.
The first point is basically all my points. But I think a man that speaks Yoruba, if my partner spoke Yoruba and he wasn't Yoruba or he was Yoruba, I think it would just add to sexy points.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because like there's something sexy about an educated man that can speak. a different language, like a local language.
Wow.
It's something sassy.
God, where are my points? Give me these points, Lord. Give me wisdom. Let me speak Yoruba.
Yeah, it's nice. Imagine I could speak Igbo as well.
I really don't care, to be honest.
It would have been nice.
It would have been nice, like, to have you converse with my parents in Igbo or my aunties and uncles, you know.
Like when I see like Pastor Imisi and Pio talk together in Yoruba, I'm like, oh, it's so cool. I wish I had that.
There's a joy of speaking the same language that we don't have, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I hope that our children will know how to speak like local languages. They must have Igbo and Yoruba tutor. Nonsense.
I mean, I would take the responsibility of speaking Yoruba to them in the house. I would do that.
Also, like, I just feel like one of the things that's crazy is like I haven't been able to connect with your parents or your in-laws in a deeper level.
My in-laws.
Yeah, my in-laws.
You said your in-laws.
I haven't been able to connect with my in-laws in a deeper level.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been mad. Like, because like my in-laws, like my parents are like the coolest people ever.
Yeah.
I love them like to pieces and they love me too. But it would have been sweeter. I don't think they would have loved me any different.
Yeah, it's just that it's annoying that sometimes we're all like
we're all laughing. Yes, sometimes when I go to their house, they're all laughing and gisting about something in Yoruba, and I'm like,
no. Sometimes it will be even in English. Like they'll start off like in English, we're talking about something funny that happened, and all of a sudden it will enter Yoruba. And Akah will be like, "Oop, you guys lost me there."
I'll just go to my
phone. And then initially when we first started dating, like when you would come to the house to visit.
Oh my God! Before we were married, your mom didn't even care.
My mom didn't care. My mom would just speak Yoruba, and then I'll now be like translating for Akah. Oh, what she said was yeah.
And then she'll speak another Yoruba. She was just like, there's no need for me to put myself through stress if you're not married.
You know, like was it yesterday when we were at their house? Like when she told you to put something in the fridge. Like I said in Yoruba. Like at this point, she just like, one day you're gonna learn, boy. But your parents don't even speak Igbo to me. Like,
they don't speak Igbo to me.
They do speak Igbo to you.
No.
Yeah.
Every time we talk.
Speak Igbo to
you but just a few times.
But I know, like when I go see his grandma, and it's only Igbo she speaks. Like I just spend my time smiling. Like yeah.
Everything
says yeah. I don't understand. Oh, amen.
And then sometimes I try to interpret, and I interpret somebody else so that it will just talk my brain come out. I'll just be like, I know fits.
But I think another thing is, one annoying thing about like not being from the same tribe is because Akah can be very tribalistic sometimes. Like he will see something happen and you just be like Yoruba woman, or you say it's so Yoruba. It's so Yoruba. This one's so Yoruba. Yoruba.
Please correct yourself.
Don't try to be political.
Correct. I'm not tribalistic. Sometimes I can, of course, use stereotypical jokes. I can play jokes in stereotypes, but it doesn't mean I'm tribalistic.
Well, I'm not well.
Number two is I pull the same jokes for Igbo people too. Sometimes when I see people do shit, I'm just like, hey, my Igbo brothers. Oh, that's an Igbo man. I'm so ashamed of my Igbo brothers. I do that.
No,
Jesus.
baby, you don't do it. It's not comparable. Like it's not the same. When you don't pull those jokes, he pulls those jokes on me too. So it's not even like you don't pull jokes on Igbo people.
I do,
else. As much as you do,
I pull jokes on Igbo people.
Are you defending yourself? He's defending. He knows it's true, so he's just shouting now. Anyway, guys, even some people found out in the comments. Like somebody in the comments of our last video was like, "It's true." You see, he starts to bite his fingernails when he knows that he's guilty.
No, I just like because I have like things coming out. Okay, so give like an example of kind of things I'll say. When last did it happen and when did I do it? Have I done it this year?
I don't keep count of your wrongs.
Have I done it this year?
Bro, yes. You can't help
if that's serious that you call it wrong?
Well, it's wrong. I don't like it.
No,
genuinely, I don't like it.
Just like we make jokes sometimes about like white people or black people or Igbo people or Yoruba people. When people make jokes about Igbo people, I don't get offended.
Yeah, there are jokes that I don't get I'm not offended, but I don't fancy it. It's not attractive to me. Like when something that is just weird happens and you're like Yoruba. I'm like, okay, let me give like you did it a lot last year. Maybe it's because we're still half of the year, but you repented, you changed, man. He's not as bad as before, but he still has this in his blood. But it's okay. I'm not.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, for example, like, one of the things that we can say is, like, if I go into a house and I see a lot of gold, I'll say, Igbo man. Sometimes it might not be an Igbo man. Sometimes if I see a house that does not have white paint, they paint with
yellow.
Green or yellow, I'm like,
Yoruba. Yeah, he said it yes. I said it this week. Oh my God. And I don't even remember.
But I also said the Igbo one, Jesus.
No, you didn't me.
Okay, maybe not to you.
You didn't say the Igbo one.
Okay.
Because I was showing. So guys, I started a small business in real estate property management, and I was showing him like images of some of the houses that I went to inspect my team. I think it's, you know what?
Whoa, baby, talk it now.
No, I was just going to say, like, I feel like it's a general Nigerian problem. Nigerians or Lagosians generally don't have sense of style for designing their insides, the insides of their house. They don't have any. They don't have any aesthetic. So, you can't rebel it, Yoruba or.
No, but there's some things that are typical to some tribes. Gold, excessive trashy gold is Igbo. Yes, Yorubas do it. Yes, but most generally, I mean, it's a cultural stereotype, which wrong or not wrong, but you know, I mean, a lot of Igbo people.
And I think maybe because of Nollywood. But if you watch some Yoruba like films, you also see the same aesthetic of like gold or weird ass furniture.
The house that they borrowed for the shoot is an Igbo man's house.
You never know. Maybe the producer's house.
It's an Igbo man. Okay, so the next one.
I'm out.
Man, I think naming children is going to be like crazy because they're going to have like Igbo and Yoruba names.
True.
So
I think it's fair that the child already has an Igbo last name. I think it's fair if the child has maybe an English or Yoruba first name.
I mean, you already know it's going to be English. First of all, not just English, biblical. Number two, I've already made this plain that they're not going to answer just Nani. They're going to answer Iderame Nani.
But so I don't want that.
You don't want that?
I don't want that. Because that's just a really long last name. Iderame dash Nani. Really?
Iderame Nani.
I mean, I could consider that, but it's just unnecessary compound names. If there are reasons.
I mean, the last name could be like, you know how they say second to the last. So second to the last will be Iderame then last. But they will know that okay, I have a second to the last name because I'm of Yoruba heritage too, just as much as I'm Igbo. You know, but I mean with education, with exposure, with growth, you know that a child is not necessarily the worth or the personality of a child should not be measured or tied to their origins with, you know, it should be who they are that's more important.
But the name of the person is also very important. I remember one time.
That's what I'm saying. So name and personality, but last name.
Gosh, like thinking about that, I remember one time like one pastor was preaching and he was saying that, you know, you have to be careful what you name your children, you know, or like there was one guy who was named something Igbi. So Igbi in English means snail. That's a Yoruba name.
Man,
snail.
the guy was slow in life.
You get, so he had to like go through.
You know, now that I think I can take what I said back about last names. I think last names do matter, because if anything, it ties you back to your origin, to where you're from, to who, where your roots are from, not who you are. It can also be tied to who you are. A bit of strain of who you are is also tied to your identity or from your general knowledge of your people or your tribe. So yeah. Anyways, next. I think another example of crazy is food. Oh my God, the fortune of having to have access to food from two tribes it cannot be taken away. It is amazing. But
really,
alas, when you know one cannot cook both.
I will consume whatever is cooked.
I wish I could cook. I would cook like a lot of Igbo soups.
I don't fancy many Igbo soups.
You don't know Igbo soups?
That's the ones I've had, for example, Oha, I so much do not like that.
So you've not had good Oha?
Well, I've had...
And you had it from
whether I've had it from anywhere or not. For example, you don't say, oh, you had F4 from this place or you had F4 from that one, so it's different, so you've not had the best. No. Like, I've had Oha soup more than twice already, and I don't like it. There's something that I taste and I really like. I would say, like, when I made egusi for the first time, it was bomb. And that's because I love egusi. And I pride in the fact that I can cook. So it's not about, whether I can cook Igbo soups or not. If I don't like the soup, why am I cooking it? In my opinion. So, yeah. But you like Yoruba soups?
I do like Yoruba soups.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. Eforiro, God. Eforiro, I had Eforiro for the first time when I was in secondary school. Lunchtime one day they just introduced Eforiro to our menu.
Eforiro and what? Fufu?
Eforiro and I've forgotten what it used
Eba.
I think Eba. No, fufu.
It's fufu. I feel like every secondary school did fufu and vegetable soup. Oh my god, it was Wednesday afternoons.
It was Wednesday afternoons for us too.
I will never forget. Like I would
once they ring the bell, hey!
I would trade my.
See Ronnie.
I would trade my breakfast for fufu meal.
God, for real. Sometimes like maybe a teacher will now make you late by running the class late, or maybe you are under punishment. God, you now go late, they would have shared all the soup, then your soup will now be small inside.
Small with plenty of water. Anyway, I was always very lucky because I used to get like my teacher's meals for her. So when so I would collect in the bowl and make them put extra. So even when I get to her house, you still eat.
Alright, I think also another factor is sometimes some of the family members or people from the separate other tribes want to claim you. I mean, I don't know if you ever like experienced it, but like, you are now married to our side, you are now Yoruba. Did you ever experience like anybody tell you like, oh, you're now an Igbo woman?
Oh my god, yeah, there's this guy at my dad's office, Emmanuel, our wife. Is Igbo. I'm like, will you sit your ass down?
I remember when somebody told me, don't go to village in December, don't go, you and your father don't go, you are married into Yoruba now, so you are now a Yoruba man. I'm not going to tell you. No, your dad, nobody from your family. They're like, please, go stay in Lagos, you're now a Yoruba man now.
I don't even think if anything about like village, I would be happy to go sometime, but not necessarily like make it like a traditional thing where every year I'll be mandated to go. Nah.
I don't even.
However, this thing it would most likely be about like being spiritually safe because we don't know what they're doing like these villages anymore. It's true because like when I think of the stories you told me about your village, I mean, in fact there was one time that I had like a dream. After one night we went on a stroll and he just said me about one tree in his village and
those were the gists that I now don't even know if they were real. That was handed out to us by cousins.
How somebody then did something, my dear. I was just thinking Patience Ozoko. Like I was thinking all sorts of Nollywood horror stories. Then in my state, I haven't even been there. Like I haven't been to my place.
See, look, it's actually like on my things to do list. Like I really want to go to Ocean. I really wanted to go to Ocean last year. I want to go to the waterfall. I want to take nice pictures. I want to experience what that like culture is all about. Yeah. And I heard there's a lot of beautiful women.
And there's a lot of witchcrafts.
No, it's not witchcraft. They worship Ifa. It's tribal culture.
There's white witches. Religion. There are white witches as well.
But they are good, Abby.
They do a lot of juju. I don't know, good witches are not good. Yeah. Witches are witches.
But I hear that those ones, they're the ones that like are from like the white light side.
They ain't no light like the light from God, okay? So
any other what I mean, like in Hollywood films, they would say white witch and black witch.
They're not okay.
But at the end of the day, though, like culture shapes who we are and our perspectives and even our expectations. And sometimes having like certain expectations in marriage is harmful. Having like huge.
Did you have any like expectations from me like that would play out in tribe? Okay,
so that's what I was even about to get to. Like, just having grown up the way I did, having my father being served like a king, and having like put 7 meats, this one, and then having it drained, just sitting in the living room. I mean, I had those expectations, and then married and quickly found out that. If you don't shout that they should add another meat, you ain't gonna get it. If you don't shout, my friend, give me more meat, you ain't gonna get it. So and then also now like it's just not the same. And
like
I mean having cultural even stereotypes, people saying, oh, a lot of people used to, and I believed it at some point that I had to consciously take those voices away from my head that Yoruba women sleep around a lot. Like Yoruba women have children for different men. Yoruba women are promiscuous just as much as they're men. Those kind of things where voices that I remember the enemy like saying into my head like 2 weeks to my marriage, like, are you sure she's going to be faithful? Are you sure she's going to?
It's not Igbo.
Are you sure she's going to? Are you sure she's going to? Are you sure she's going to?
But I also felt it's the same stories that we also hear of Igbo men. Like they're the ones that will decide today that they want to just have some, spend some money on. They'll have secret accounts. Enter one place, just be spending money on all these small hills. They will form that they have a house and a wife in the house. They'll let those ones know that there is a wife in the house. However,
meanwhile, the Yoruba Demons will be like, you're the one, girl.
A single answer. You were saying something I was going to add to it, but now I don't remember because.
When I was talking about like sitting down to eat.
Oh yeah, I was even going to say like as regards like serving daddy's food and putting 2 or 3 meats. I don't understand where the concept came from because like we go to restaurants and we order all like the same thing and everybody eats the same portions. You don't tell the waiter, oh, put extra meat or whatever, and then you get to your house and it's all different. Like it's just weird. I used to question these things like growing up. I'm just like, what's the essence? Yes, I get that we can show that you're the king and we can show that we honor you in many other ways outside of 2 meats or 3 meats or putting your food in tray. Isn't there more to this honoring? Why do we belittle honor?
Anyways, at the end of the day, guys, whatever cultural, restrictions or limitations or understandings that you've had before marriage, carry everything, package it well, put it in a box, tie it, and relate to your wife as you and your wife, your person to person, one to one, and grow from that understanding. And so, language can be quite of an issue because language is not just about Yoruba Igbo, it's about how you even communicate. For example, I know that I almost fell into trouble with her mom.
Yeah,
when I was dating and I said you people in Igbo language, and I say you people don't want to come. That's not like nobody will.
When Akah sent a text and he put you people in that text, my mom came to my room. Come. Is this how we communicate? I don't like how these Igbo people are disrespectful. She said, they don't have any culture. They don't have any. Till today, I still say you people and I catch myself after I've said it out.
But she doesn't care again. She doesn't really mind because she knows from my heart I love, I respect, I mean well. But till today, even yesterday when I was with mommy and daddy, I still say, you people, maybe I say you people, but I continue because I've already said it. I remember that time you were like, Akah, what would you say? I was like, it's not like.
No, I didn't vex for you. I was
yes, but you were just trying to tell me that, bro, you can't say stuff like this. But I was like, I don't even know stuff like this.
Wait. So I told you this how many years ago? Till now. And later, Akah, when you tell me things, I change.
I change. But it's because I'm not with them every time. Do you get? If it was something that I was living with them or speaking with them every day or every time,
Excuses.
At least I know that when I say not like I'm aloof and I just don't
well done. 1 point for that.
Thanks. I think we've come to the end of this video. Or you have anything to add?
No, I think you said it all, honestly. You came ready.
Yep.
You came ready.
Thank you.
I think at the end of the day, like the language that we both speak is love. So it's love and understanding. It's not necessarily like, and we still always get those questions like, what language is your baby going to speak, or what language do you? So
to be honest, we don't know at this point. We choose Japanese, Chinese, Mandarin.
Last, like it's still English we used to get the money we earn from. It's English we used to eat. So
colonize us.
So we might as well,
Anyways, guys,
thank you so much for watching.
Yay! Please make sure you subscribe again. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you come to the comment section. We read all your comments and we laugh. It makes us happy at night before we sleep. Am I lying?
No.
Why did you log out? What were you thinking of?
I don't think that way.
So was I lying? I read the comments a lot, and she also reads that she'll be like, somebody. The one that sweet Claire pass is when somebody finishes me in the comment section.
Finish him, yes.
I will be in the room. She will scream from my office.
Did you? Yeah. Meanwhile, guys, if you have any stories about like intertribal relationships, if you dated someone that was Igbo and he had like this weird expectation from you, please write in the comment below. Let all of us just laugh and just have a nice time. That's right. And what do you guys think about having like a YouTube live broadcast or session where you guys can come on and share your stories about swimming pool? Because a couple of comments like came on like, let's share, or maybe an Instagram live session where you guys come in and tell your swimming pool horror stories too with us. I mean, check our last video and you understand what we're talking about. Tell us what you think about it in the comment section, okay? Bye.
Oh guys, hold up. You see this makeup? Do you see? How did I forget? Do you see this look? No, she slayed it.
Be going.
I'm even wearing lashes, guys.
My Nigerian